Hi, this is part 2 of a review of the EPP Spirit electric glider. Since my first review, I've experimented with a lighter battery, I've installed spoilers, and I've even installed a folding prop. Let's see how that went. The first mod I did to the EPP Spirit was to install a lighter battery, a 450 mAh battery, which reduced the weight from about 250 grams to about 234 grams. This was an interesting mod because for part flying it actually lightened the plane and enabled me to do lower speed maneuvers without it dropping the left wing on left-hand aileron turns. So I was quite pleased with that. I was keen to do an endurance test as well to see how long the lower capacity battery would go. So let's see how I went in the park. I'm here to do an endurance test with my 450 mAh battery. It makes the plane quite a bit lighter and I'll just see how long it goes. Five minutes. That's the right roll rate. It's the left roll rate. Bit of inverted flight there. Seems to go okay inverted. It is certainly fun to fly. Keep going, Dave. Keep going. One more. Yes. "12 minutes so far. That's pretty good. Doesn't seem to have the same tendency to drop the left wing with this battery. I guess because the wing loading is lighter. Checking the spoilers are working. Okay, run out of power. Bring it in. So that was just over 14 minutes. Okay, I'm going to now do a direct comparison with the 1000 mAh battery on the EPP Spirit, and we'll see how it flies by comparison and do an endurance test. It definitely feels heavier. Okay, so for timing it's 3 minutes to 11. Well, I've just completed the endurance test with the 1000 mAh battery on the EPP Spirit, and the battery stopped working after about 25 minutes, so that's not a bad flight time. The second mod I did to the EPP Spirit was to configure the ailerons so that they would be spoilerons to help me with ditching the plane when I was trying to land it. That was an interesting exercise, but I was able to do it with my FSI 6 transmitter. So now on the transmitter I have the switch C set up so that I've got one level of spoileron and two levels of spoilerons. You'll notice also it tracks the servos, so it helps protect them during landing. And if you're interested, here are the settings on the FSI 6 that I use to set up the spoilerons. To address the problem of breaking the propellers on landing, I was keen to find a folding propeller for the EPP Spirit. I did have trouble finding any propellers small enough for the 4mm shaft on the brushless motor that came with it. Turns out the brushless motor shaft is actually 4.5mm. I didn't take into account the thread. So I did eventually find this folding prop online. I had to drill it out a little bit to fit, and I eventually did get it on to the plane. Unfortunately, the propeller and spinner, because it's got a lovely aluminium spinner, comes to about 51 grams, which made the plane really front heavy. So there's just no way I'm going to be able to fly it with this this particular folding prop. So I will put that away, and I'll keep looking online to see if I can find a lightweight folding propeller. In the meantime, I've just got to be very careful on my landings, and I'll be looking into fitting some kind of skid underneath to help protect the propeller as well. Aerobatics. Earlier in this week, I was able to get out to the park. It was a little bit windy, but the EPP Spirit took it in its stride, and we're able to get some drone shots of me doing some aerobatics in the park. This is how it went. Here's my cameraman, ready to film the plane. Okay, so we're flying with the lighter battery. It's windy today. Whoa! Look out, birds! This concludes my part 2 review of the EPP Spirit electric glider. As you can see, I'm starting to get the hang of the plane. I've installed a lighter 450 mAh battery, which has improved the low speed performance, and I've managed to get the spoilerons working. They don't have a great effect, but it does protect the servos when I'm landing. What's next for this little plane? Well, I intend to still find a folding propeller which needs to be about 6 inches, 15 centimeters in diameter. So if any of you have any suggestions on where I can find one, please put something in the comments section. Also, I'd like to investigate putting a skid underneath to help protect the propeller on landing. Next up, I'll post some footage of me slope soaring at the beach, so stay tuned.